made. Not the clones, but the Magpul made ACR. Externally, it is absolutely gorgeous. It fits the form factor of an M4 without being an M4. You can swap out a lower receiver and use AK mags, and it basically gives you all the benefits of having an AK or M4 style gun without it being an AK or M4 style gun. The gearbox was basically standard crap that you'd find in any gun stock other than, you know, a VFC or something really high-end or nice, but it's very upgradable. So, I mean, externally you got Pro Gun, and internally it's all ready to be manhandled by whatever tech you have on your team. So, that's what I prefer. Question is tech. Go for it.
I would either go for the Barrett 50 cal with the optional upgrades for gas for long range, or the Masato, which it has to be the Magpul Masato, like Jake said before, because Magpul makes some of the best personal training weapons on the market. What you looking at? You're up next.
Okay, first read the shirt. Tell your girlfriend I said thanks. If you could read that. Oh.
Immaturity.
We could, but you killed you killed your video there.
Y'all can hear me. Okay, for Airsoft. For Airsoft, I'd probably say G36 because I've only had experience with JGs, but I have a JG36 I used to have 2 years ago. It's on its 5th owner now, all of them friends of mine, and it's probably had about 150,000 BBs to it, and it's only had 1 gearbox jam and 1 piston replaced. I like the gun, no mag wobble, none of that, you know, crazy Airsoft stuff. But then for real life, I'd probably have to say M14.
All right, what you look up this?
You really don't even have to ask. It's always going to be the SA80 series or the L85s for Airsoft. It's going to be the L85s, of course, but I'm always open since it's such an obvious answer, if you wanted to switch that. I love my AGM Sten, my real sword, Type 97 over there. Anything bullpup I really like. Augs. Not the T4, not the FN2000. Ugly.
Thank you, Angus. Wow.
Okay, now a lot of people have seen MP5s, M14s, and things like that, and I've owned a few of them, but I'm gonna have to say the CA SL8. Now, right now I'm owning the high-speed Tommy gun, and this doesn't fit me. I know it's really fast and all, but the 1928 version is not that great. So I'm gonna have to say like a long rifle. The SL8 is really comfortable. Okay, it looks kind of awkward, but again, going back to what you're looking at, the G36 series is very comfortable. Just SL8.
Okay, thank you, Chairman Lau. Ed.
Hey, thanks, Jake. My gun of preference actually had a chance to test out the original stock of scars that came through, the real steel version. Just like the M16, real steel versions are modifiable to different calibers. It has all the rail systems you could ever want to put anything on. Very ambidextrous, very rugged, and it's got that folding stock on it for CQB, which is very good. So I'd definitely go with that weapon system for sure.
All right, thank you. I do hope that answers that question in full. We got every host in there, which is not always the easiest thing to do, but hey, it seemed to work out pretty good. Okay, next question. Is it possible to wire an M4 from the front to the back using standard wiring? Now, this is a question that's a little tough, because when you say standard wiring, do you mean the wiring that comes with the gun? Technically, yes, you can, but when you rewire a gun, you might as well go all out and replace the harness with the harness that's meant to be to the back. I like the King Arms with the silver wiring. That's one of my favorites, although I personally prefer to just do a custom MOSFET trigger when I redo the wiring. But yes, it is perfectly possible to wire an M4 from the front to the back, and actually preferable, because those front wired M4 setups can be a little tricky, especially if you need to do on-field repairs and you got to slip the wiring harness through the front groove, and it gets a little tricky. So yeah, definitely do that, and hopefully that answers that question for you. Next question up. Here's a question for what you're looking at, and the question is, should I get the G&G Combat M16 Raider combat machine?
I get this question a lot. If that's your price range, yes. I've owned one that was off of e-bike with all the knockoff Magpul. It was an awesome gun. I know a local store that I showed him the gun, and he bought like 20 of them, and he's already sold them all. For a starter gun, it's really good. You know, they set it up to only shoot about 320 after the spring settles if you don't have a tight bore in there. So it has enough FPS to get range, but not so much to where the gun's going to break down. And G&Gs are made, as long as you don't open up the gearbox, it should work for you. The second you open up the gearbox, that's usually when you start running into trouble. So if you're a beginner, definitely get that.
Okay, thank you. What you looking at? Next question, which I'm going to forward to Chairman Lau, and I apologize for calling you Chairman Mao. It fits. Okay, so Chairman Lau,
Of course, that's how I got my name.
would the KWA M93R be a deal? Go for it, Chairman Lau.
Ooh, I love the KWA M93R, especially the NS2 version. Do not go for the NS1 version, okay? If you want a KWA M93R and you're not caring for the NS2 version, go ahead and go for it. I seen one on Airsoft for $75 shipped, I think, for the KWA M93R, but it wasn't NS2, okay? Now, with that said, go with the NS2 version, okay? The NS2 version is not going to fail on you. If you're going to do customs to it, the KWA guns are extremely easy to do customs on, okay, so that's one thing. It has the 3-round burst, which makes it perfect for CQB. I know what Brad mentioned about the pistol. The 3-round burst from the KWA M93R is really good. And if you want to make that a little bit more easy to control, they offer the stock from it. So yes, it'd be a very good pistol for you to get. Grant.
All right, thank you, Chairman Lau. And Chairman Lau, if you could please put some links in the chat there for exactly what you talked about, that would be awesome. All right, thank you, and I hopefully that answered the question for Grant. So now we're going to do a little bit of a roundtable between the hosts based on a subject that's been in the airsoft world lately. It's the California bill, which I believe is dead now, but hey, nothing is ever confirmed, so hopefully it's dead, but still, I'd like to get the opinions of some of the other hosts on this. Tech, are you California bill on colored guns?
Familiar with it? They wanted to propose, I believe, 75 to 90% coloration, fluorescent colors such as orange or pink. I do not support this bill in any way, shape, or form because basically, yes, I'm a Yankee. Oh, Jakey. Okay, got you, Jace. I do not support this bill because although I do believe that red tips are mandatory and should be enforced upon all airsoft weapons, that's to the extreme. And California likes to do one thing. It's either not enough to too much or just go straight to too much. And it's very scary in my world, if you've asked me.
Okay. And what you're looking at, what do you think about this bill?
If it is officially, been knocked down, I think it really just goes to show why it's good that Airsoft is growing in, like, the social networks, especially, like, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube being the main three. If it wasn't, for these three social networks, I guarantee you 90% of the people wouldn't even know this bill is happening, and then out of nowhere, you're going to order a gun and it's going to come orange. So, I think it's good that a lot of people, all the YouTube users got out there and got up on Facebook, said send your letters in, send your faxes, call them, oppose the bill. So I think that's a really good thing. Another thing that I liked a lot is all the main California retailers made a videos, E-Vike, Airsoft GI, Pyramid Airsoft, Airsoft Extreme, just like 10 or 15 different stores and a couple different airsoft fields made like a big PSA video. So that was really nice. I think, that was, a really big help for the cause. That's my view on it.
All right, I'm gonna put my view in on it. One of the biggest things I was thinking about with the whole California being the state really pushing this bill was a lot of the places you guys order airsoft from are in California, which, as what you're looking at said, you could order one and it would come in multicolored. Now that means if you order from E-Vike, who I believe are based in California, that would limit everything that they have in stock. Would they be required to take all their stuff out of their warehouses and replace it with goofy colored crap? I mean, it could have had bigger repercussions. Hopefully it's dead. I'm going to go to Brad next on this. I'm not sure if he's familiar with the bill, but hey, he can put his thoughts in on Brad.
Oh, thanks, Jake. Yeah, I'm very familiar with the bill. I actually had an opportunity to go to California for some work-related activities and hang out with some of the guys from the task force in California. They were unanimously against this bill. I know a lot of the guys in the airsoft industry. They were unanimously against this bill. The one thing about this bill is, yeah, it might be in California, but California has historically set a precedence for passing bills and regulations all over the United States. And it's a really silly bill when you look at it. Okay, so I'm going to multicolor guns. Okay, so if I'm a criminal and I have a .38 pistol and I multicolor it to look like an airsoft gun, is that going to send a deceptive message to the police when he pulls it out on them? I mean, come on. But anyway, the bill is dead. Thank God. You know, with very good community involvement with this, I feel. The airsoft community really stepped forward, told those senators what's going on, and made things happen. So congratulations to the entire airsoft community on this one for standing up for what's right.
Thank you, Brad. Good words. And Lau, what were your thoughts on the bill while it was alive?
Well, I made quite a few videos on the SB 798. Definitely no against it. But it goes as simple as this. If you point anything at a police officer, let it be a Nerf gun, let it be a cap gun, let it be one of those starting guns at the track meet, they're going to tell you to drop it, right? They're going to tell you to drop the weapon. Now the problem was the kid not dropping the gun, right? It's common sense. It's just common sense here. Having crazy colors isn't the solution here, okay? It's just common sense. So any one of us, seriously, knock on wood, if we brought anything and we pointed at a police officer and we don't drop it, we're going to get in some serious trouble. And that is the underlining thing. It's not the color. Simple as that.
All right, thank you, Chairman Lau. And also, we have a request for you to post your YouTube channel, so please do that in the chat. And thank you for your input. Yes, what were your thoughts on the dead bill?
The main thoughts that I had, again, I just want to go along with what Brad said. It really does show community involvement that we were able to get this bill shot down. And going along again with what he said, I basically had the same exact view. If you were to pass that, that'll honestly shoot crime rates up. And with the stores being based in California, a lot of people were